Today we have another replay cast from Division D East featuring Zul'jin Distillery versus DG Reborn. We have two matches here, one taking place on Towers of Doom for Game 1 and Volskaya Foundry for Game 2. Game 1 bans are going to include Joe, Genji, Kel'Thas, Whitemane, Asmo, and Diablo. We're going to go ahead and jump right in here. Jumping on in, we have Zul'jin Distillery on the left, D-Wit on the Stitches, Led Aster on the Malfurion, Ankle Shot on the Jaina, Cowboy Kyle on the Yrel, and Be Fresh on Phoenix. Over on the side of DJ Reborn, we have Abdel on the Vikings, Neowin
the battle begins
on the Sylvanas,
10 seconds.
Gawain on Varian, Chuck and Matt on Ariel,
5,
and
4,
Ridley on the Lunara.
3,
So we've got Vikings,
2,
Stitches, and Sylvanas all here in Game 1. This should be very interesting from the start. Teams make their way here towards the middle, while in the top lane, DG seems to be doing a sneaky Sylvanas rush on the top lane towers. Zul'jin hasn't scouted it out yet. Rel's going to as she makes her way up here to the top. They should easily get this first tower. Possibly even the second. Nope, they're going to go ahead and back out now that it's been scouted out. So, Zul'jin Distillery decides they're going to answer back, taking this bottom tower here. This poor little Balog does his best to poke what he can. So tower for tower in the initial rush. And Zul'jin going for a second. D-Wit getting a little low from the Balog poke, but he's going to finally back out.
Blue team draws first blood.
Jaina does get the pick on Balog though. That's going to allow them to push back in here if they wish. DG noticing what's going on, makes their way back down. Varian gets hooked immediately and it's right into the root from Malfurion. Phoenix coming in with the slow. And both teams walk away for minimal damage there. Abdel up here on the Eric, just staying close enough to gather the soak without risking his death against Rel. Very strong solo laner right there in Rel. It's going to be a hard matchup for the Vikings right there on that one lane. Back down in bottom, we've got another fight brewing. It's been straight into the action here on this one. Towers of Doom, of course, a map where the core is protected and can only be taken by taking these shrines about the map. You see them there on the mini-map, the big purple nodes. Those will come up here shortly, and the first round of objective will be taking place. DG does manage to push in their siege camp there. The sappers getting quick work of the gate and that top tower. Phoenix returning the favor in the middle, nearly getting that tower there, as Yrel does the same in the top. Varian must have gotten hooked as he's slowly working his way back out. This slows on the Jaina and the root on Malfurion going to make those Stitches hooks very dangerous. We lost a Viking in mid.
The altars will rise shortly, heroes.
Both teams at level 4 now, so as these objectives start going up, let's take a quick look at the talents. Stitch is going with Hunger for More and Amplified Healing, looking to be sturdy and reliable in that front line. Jaina with Fingers of Frost and Frost Shards. Gonna gather globes and have some good poke damage with some piercing there. Be very useful in interrupting those towers. Zul'jin taking their left sappers here.
Go forth and
They're all
claim the
alone on the
altars
top
in
left
my name.
objective.
The Reborn Lord
Olaf
demands
alone on
it.
the right. And there's a battle starting down at the bottom. So both teams going to take their top objectives with relative ease, and it's going to be a big old brawl for the bottom one. Varian hooked again. No root follow-up. The Blizzard trying to zone him out. He does start dropping low, but he's going to escape. And Sylvanas zips on in. A little risky there, and she's going to fall. Ariel squeaking out with 46 health. Phoenix getting a teleport out, but the Luna Poison might take him down. If Olaf doesn't get him, he doesn't. But he does die to the Luna Poison. Lunara pulled in, and she drops pretty quick. And Ariel's just going to have to carefully walk away. One advantage here for DJ Reborn is going to be that the Vikings will continue to soak as the objectives go on. As you can see, it's getting them a slight lead here at the moment, but those kills are going to keep that kind of close. Back to the talents, we have Uriel with Marad's Insight and Aegis of Light. Standard healing and some armor for her other frontliner Stitches there. Shando's Clarity and Vengeful Roots from Malfurion. We got Broccoli Tree. Both teams have hit their 7. Luna going with Natural Perspective, Nature's Culling, and Wild Vigor. Sylvanas going with the Q build so far. Vikings take the Bride, Mercenary Lord, and Norse Force. So they're going to be looking to push those camps in hard, provided they can keep themselves up in the lanes. As you see the improved sappers here pushing it now with Olaf. Variant with Lion's Maul, Taunt, and Lionheart. He's their only frontliner. Eating a lot of damage there as Sylvanas. One sapper dies just before it's able to hit. The others are cleaned up. And we've got a 4-on-3 here in the bottom with Olaf kind of bumping his belly around on everybody.
Prepare yourselves here.
Finally, Ariel took increasing clarity, repeated offense, and energized chord, so she's looking to build her own hope up relatively fast. Sylv gets yanked, but with the knockback from Ariel, she's able to flee on out of there. And the objectives are going to be in the 2 bottom ones this time. Eric for making a rotation back around now that he's safe from the Uriel. Balog going to push into the middle. DG looking to secure this bottom one as Zul'jin looks to secure the middle. And it looks like they're just going to trade.
Disappoint me.
Sylvanas moving in to interrupt. It's going to cost her her life though. And at this point, DG just needs to back out. Don't give him any more kills. We've lost the XP lead with the deaths. There goes Balog. Sorry, Olaf. Varian gets hooked. Protected by the way as he continues to try to walk out, but Uriel's going to just knock him back in here. And he's just going to get chewed away nice and quick. Eric grabs the snappers with the bribe. And Zul'jin gets another tower shots off as we're here 32-28 after 2 objectives. Olaf looking to survive, he does. As Phoenix starts the bottom left sapper camp. Bottom lane being fought for over hard, and as is common strategy on this map, win that bottom lane, get that bottom tower, and you have a lot of pushing power. You have the ability to walk mercs in for the extra damage on the core, and it forces a team to drop down and recover their, which can buy you some time on objectives. We're going to take the other sapper camp here. Uriel looking for Eric, she has a feeling he's there somewhere. Oh, Zul'jin sniffs it out, gets the pull on Varian. He's rooted, he's slowed. He's gonna get the Jaina. Sylvanas firing in with the wailing arrows there. Phoenix looks to be next on the list, but he gets out. And both teams kind of back off from there. Good sniff out, didn't work out in Zul'jin's favor though. So Uriel's pushing that top lane very hard. Getting some good juice out of her solo laning capabilities, keeping poor Eric at bay. Same thing in the middle, Phoenix and Uriel just doing so good in those solo lanes. It's hard for the Vikings to do much against either of them. Stitch is being picked off. He's gonna barely die as he almost makes it to that danger zone. And DG does get that bottom fort. So now I look for them to be constantly taking these bottom keeps. They should be keeping a Viking down here with the bribe to keep that strong. We do have level 10s both on both ends, but we've just been so fight heavy so far. Its top 2 objectives here is Sylvanas risking her life again to get an interrupt. While the objective is important, she doesn't want to keep doing that, but she's going to keep feeding experience to the other team. They're still close in this. You're up 28-27 right now, but you got the extra shot. It did buy them some time here. Let's see if it actually works out in their favor. Phoenix letting loose with the ult. Takes out Ariel. Varian's next on the agenda. Down he goes.
am lord of this realm.
And
it
Zul'jin's
will
going to
not
secure the
cease.
tower, the objective, and grab the boss here. Try to jump back in the lead with these 4 shots. Well, they have jumped back in the lead, I'm sorry. Try to gain a 4th shot lead here. Ult-wise, Stitches as Bile, as we've seen already. We've got Ring of Frost from Jaina. Purification Salvo from Phoenix. Ardent Defender from Yrel. Tranquility from the Mouth. So a lot of survival in those last 2 ults there, with a lot of finishing and slows on the others.
Heroes slain.
Thornwood Divine going to Luna. Wailing Arrow on Sylvanas. Longboat raid on the Vikings. So they're going to be looking to team fight. Lionheart on Shield Wall on Varian. And Resurrect on Ariel, as we've already seen put into use too. Curious to see this Longboat be played. A lot of Vikings tend to stick with the play again, as it allows them to constantly keep up the pressure, get those Vikings back fast should some of them fall. Right now they're just walking in the sappers. Gotta get cleaned up. Yrel stealing that top tower though. That top fort stolen in the name of Zul'jin Distillery. And it balances out our fort count back up. The Vikings are gonna look to sit here and take it back.
You had better hurry. The altars rise again.
Still keeping the pressure up in bottom. Sappers are coming in slowly behind them. DG just gonna be looking to force them out. They're gonna get the Jaina, but Ariel's gonna fall to the salvo. Yrel has come down, jumping in, spreading her chaos, knocking them around, trying to use the tower to their advantage, the fort to their advantage. It's taking down Yrel, but she's gonna pop that ult. Just heal it right back up. Sylvanas going down. Yrel again diving
Take
deep.
the altars and put
With
an
the minions there
end
to distract.
the Gravekeeper.
Varian is going to be able to pick her off, though. Good work from Luna and Varian to at least get that other kill. It is only a bottom one. Here, Sylvanas waiting for a res that's not going to come her way.
Let the assault begin!
Vikings get that top fort
Has
back.
destroyed a fort.
Zul'jin's going to get their bottom fort
We
back.
have lost a tower.
And
My
things are looking
hold
pretty
on
even
this
here.
realm
Kills go
tightens.
10-5 in favor of Zul'jin Distillery, though. 2 or 3 of those coming from the Sylvanas suicide dive to interrupt the objectives, but it's worked once. It didn't quite work in the other one. DG thinking a push for the middle. As Zul'jin works their way up, and Olaf's just going to sprint his big old belly out of the way. Sylvanas is going to look to take this bottom one back. Going to drive out the sappers. It's going to be noticed by Zul'jin. She gave herself away there. DG already down there, ready to protect. Varian getting jumped immediately. Knockback from the Ariel. Ring of Frost lands on the Varian, and that's going to do an end. Salvo comes out. Sylvanas backing up. There's just damage all over the place. There goes Sylvanas. Ariel getting another stun, finishing her quest. Luna getting low. Phoenix gotta get the shot off with that swap to the orb.
I mean,
The Varian fighting for his life against Yrel as the rest of Zul'jin rotates up. Gets the slow from Jaina. He's gonna get out as Olaf charges him for the stun. distracts him with the throw of his body, and Phoenix not gonna be able to pull the same trick off on Varian as he did on the Lunara. So 2 for nothing trade there as another round of 3 objectives come up. Baylog her thing. Zul'jin pushing in to take the top right one that usually
The time
goes
is
to
now.
DG as Yrel takes the left one.
Claim the altars.
Bottom one's gonna go to the Vikings as Yrel gets hooked and destroyed yet again.
This realm
It's the second
mine.
game I've had a Stitches in that has just been on point. And the follow-up from Jaina and Malfurion has been key to securing those kills. Sylvanas gonna go down. Varian is hooked and he goes down.
Enough of this charade.
They trade the
Bring down
objectives
Gravekeeper's
2-1 in favor
core.
of DG, but they are down 19-13 in the kill column, or the core column
Like
at
all
the moment.
others.
Down 16-5 in the kill column.
as your words.
We've hit 16, let's get an update on the talent. Stitch is grabbing indigestion,
Has
and
destroyed
fishing
a
hook looking
fort.
for that extra range and extra damage. Jaina getting icy veins for the burst and numbing cold. They did take that top right fort of Zul'jin. As the Vikings are looking to take another camp. You have Phoenix grabbing auxiliary shields. Arsenal overcharge. Yavrel with repentance and holy wrath. Malfurion with nature's swiftness and nature's balance. More hots boosting there. Lunara grabbing endless spores. Starwood spear, getting that range in to help make poking a little safer as Zul'jin grabs the middle fort, and it's going to be a matter of DG having to rotate down and take these before the next objective comes up. It's going to be a solo one, so they might be in good shape here.
Once more, the altars
30
rise
seconds to
from
get
the
that middle one down
depths.
as it's still rebuilding. Savannah's taking life drain and overwhelming affliction. Jump at 64 kilobyte marathon from the Vikings. Varian with Juggernaut and Banner of Ironforge. You're going to get that extra charge damage and a little extra armor there. They are going to take this bottom fort before it starts, but DG sniffs it out. They're trying to come in from the back. Welling Arrow comes out, silences 2 or 3 people, but here comes the salvo, and it just unloads. Comboed with the ring. Stitches gets the hook. Vikings go down, Varian goes down, and it's a 8 for nothing.
Dominated.
7 for nothing if you can do your math right, unlike me, and count all the Vikings.
Done well, heroes. Let the Gravekeeper know
Massive
my
6-shot.
power.
And they're going to take this other boss. This is going to put them in good shape here. Boss put them at needing only a 3-shot to win the game. They have time to take this other tower, which is going to start shooting the core automatically. And Zul'jin looking to be in win condition at this point. They do push in the bottom sappers. They're down to 4. We're all doing this solo, and this boss hits pretty hard.
Destroyed a fort.
But as that fort goes down, DG calling the GG. And game 1 is going to be in favor of Zul'jin Distillery. As the boss and the core fire off those final shots. Good stuff from game 1. Good stuff. A lot of kills in the favor of Zul'jin. Some suicidal Sylvanas. We had some Vikings getting picked off. Yrel and Phoenix holding down those lanes against the split soak. Great hooks from D-Wood on the stitches. Good follow-up from Led a Star. Jaina. The ankle shot Jaina. Securing those kills, the stitches brought him in, with Phoenix Salvo finishing off everybody as they got low. Yrel with the zoning, keeping them in the fight, keeping DG players in the fight that they didn't want to be in. Down on the DG side, Vikings, they were effective. They didn't quite get the advantage they wanted thanks to the Yrel and the Phoenix keeping that split soak up, and both those heroes being very good at split soaking. Revive on the Ariel. Probably should have taken the crystal on this one. Might have saved Varian once or twice. Had the full hope to heal him back up when he came out. The lack of a second frontliner of any sort seemed to hurt them here. Sylvanas getting a little aggressive on some of her waves. Doing her best to interrupt objectives. It just wasn't enough. And Luna getting the kills, getting the poison off. She had some nice poison finishes there. But just draft-wise in this one, had to give it to Zul'jin early on, and they capitalized. A lot of fun, though, seeing Ario and Vikings, Stitches, and Sylvanas all in one game. We're going to get ready for game 2 here between them. It's going to be on Volskaya Foundry. Give me a minute as I load it up here. The bans for game 2 were Johanna, Kel'Thas, Diablo, Phoenix, Whitemane, and Jaina. What I'd like to see in this one, I'd like to see DG be a little more patient. A lot of those objectives, they went real hard, didn't back out soon enough, didn't have the time to recoup. And with Ariel, you gotta be careful how aggressive you die, because if things are dying too fast, you're not going to have the heals to keep them up. They had the poke. They could have poked their way in with the Sylvanas and the Luna. But overall, just don't think they quite had the damage that they needed there. Let's see what they got in store for us for game 2. As it loads up, we're going to have Murd DeWitt on the Murd and ankle shot on the Tychus. DG Reborn. We're going to have Abdel on Li Ming, Ridley on Genji, Chalk and Matt on the Ariel, Nailwin on Stitches, and Gawain on Blaze. So Stitches switching teams here. Ariel is back.
Commence combat preparations.
We've got a double front line on both sides. We'll see how that Blaze bunker is utilized. So here we go. F1 talents for DG Reborn. Going power hungry on Li Ming. Swift as the wind on Genji. Increasing clarity on the Ariel again. Slam coming from Stitches. Adrenaline Stiv Hack from Blaze.
4, 3,
On the side of Zul'jin, they're just now picking him. Looks like they were scouting the other picks there. Lower it go with Consumed Vitality. Getting the healing from the heroes. Feeded Touch from Stukov. That's kind of seems to be the new go-to after his changes. Combat Tactician from Tychus. Perfect Storm from the Murden, looking to dish out the extra damage, and Wolfheart from the Greymane. Gonna keep that attack speed up and going, and we have a big fight right here at the beginning. Blaze has already dropped bottom to Soap with the early XP. Stitch's hook was used, didn't get capitalized on. Both teams just kind of cleaning up the minions and preparing for the next wave of fight. So DG's gonna run the 4-1. Sorry, Zul'jin gonna run the 4-1. Stitch is staying middle for DG, so we got 4 on 3 in the top lane as Ariel gets stunned and then Greymane's there to clean it up. Tychus finishing the job. So first blood already in favor of Zul'jin with the 2-to-1 lead on levels. Despite his changes, that Stukov sounds still so dangerous, but great hook from the Stitches, pulling Murden into the towers. Getting him picked off. And Leo starting to win the lane down bottom against Blaze. As both teams rotate towards middle, Li Ming and Genji going to start their siege camp. And Volskaya can be kind of a snowbally map. If you can win those first few objectives and get a lot of work done with that protector, you kind of swing things in your favor heavily. Good use of the camps is key on this map, as it is on most maps. If securing turrets and that support camp can swing those objective fights heavily in your favor. The big thing here is to remember that you have until the 99% mark to absolutely have to be on that objective to counter the team. Once it hits 99%, you do go into overtime, similar to Overwatch, which the map is based on. And at that point, both teams will duke it out until one is driven off and takes over, or wins the objective completely. Leo keeping Blaze pushed to his gate here. This would be a great time for DG to swing down and steal a kill here, but it's awfully hard on this map as you have to come in the dangerous way with these conveyor belts or risk giving away the gank pretty early right here on the right side. A little bit of brawling going in the middle. Ariel and Genji and Li Ming opting to take the turret camp. Something to be noted is, as you can see, it's already at 130 here. They took Greybane taking that camp as soon as it came up. It should be back in time for the objective, so if they need another turret, they can swing down and get it. Support camp taken, so they're going to have the extra healing on that point there. DG's going to be first to the objective as Zul'jin kind of regathers. Greymane taking that top camp to push. All the objectives going on. Blaze and Lyric still dancing in bottom lane. Stitches in the front. Genji diving deep into the back line, trying to get some kind of damage done there, but Stitch is going to go down relatively quick. Blaze coming up, getting the stun on the Leo. DG just getting low. They need to back out here. Back out and regroup. Your death counters are low. It's the first objective. You're okay. They're going to go down, losing 2 in that opening objective fight there, though. What you're going to be looking for once this protector comes up is for whoever wins to be looking to possibly take a tower or 2. But more than likely they're going to rotate up to the top lane, take out the towers as well there, and secure an advantage on that second objective that'll be in top. Blaze making his way back now, Genji at about half health. Maelwyn missing the hook there, but Murden's right there in the front. Maelwyn going down as he's silenced again, not going to be able to chew on people to get a little health back. Dwayne following suit, going down as well. Ariel is down. And again, ZG just comboing those kills together really nicely here. Li Ming getting brave. Graveyard had something to say about that. And as I mentioned, this camp is back up. Greymaine's going to go take it. As they reach 92, 93%. At this point, DG should be looking to get back to soaking. Hold down that middle and get ready to take this protector out as fast as they can. Zildjian opting to take the towers first. Protector can do a lot of damage as long as both seats are taken. Protector already at half health. They're going to want to back out here and rotate. Go ahead and rotate it up. The XP from the tower is great, but it's not worth the risk of not getting this advantage top lane. As they rotate up, they're going to take out this other tower. I would like to see them start on that top wall and that top tower. Try to open up access to that well a little bit. But with the 2 level lead and the way they're comboing these kills up, they might be okay here. Genji in trouble, had to leap from the conveyor belt. He's going to fall to the Stukov silence. Blaze right behind him. Tyke is finishing him off there. Li Ming throwing out the damage, trying to secure some kind of kill, trying to swing something back in their favor here. 2.5 level lead for Zildjian as they hearth. Leo pushing alone in bottom. Support camp is back up. Siege camp for DG is back up. And we have level 7s for both teams with 10 coming online shortly for DG, or Zildjian, sorry. Burden following up with Thunderburn, give him the axe. Tyke is following up with the bigger they are, and quarterback, so he's looking to keep picking people off with the grenades. Stukov with vigorous reuptake and target excision. He's going to be looking to put Pustule on only one and spread his heal before he casts it off. That'll let him get a cooldown reduction on his major heal and keep players up a little better with the superb extra healing from the 3 stack. Zildjian invading the camp, taking down Blaze, taking down Ariel with a wonderful wall from Leo. And they are just out for blood in game 2. Ult-wise, we have Avatar, Odin, Massive Shove, Go for the Throat, and Entomb. So a lot of finishing potential here. Stukov likely going to be using Massive Shove to try to force somebody into that Entomb, or at least keep people off the point. They're looking to take this bottom fort while they have the advantage. As far as level 7s, Greymane took Wizen Duelist, Willing Vessel from Leo, along with Insatiable and Neil Peasant for their level 4s. Li Ming shifting into a missile build here. Genji snagging the deflect at 7. Perfect defense. Strike at the heart. Ariel grabbing the quest at 2. And Energized Cord again at 7. I'm sorry, 4 and 7. She's had 2 stacks. Stitch is sticking with the slams. Taking Vile Gas boost from Toxic Gas here at level 7. Blaze taking slowing fire so he can set things on fire, get that extra damage, and keep the enemies slowed. And Incinerator Gauntlets, which are going to let his autos set things ablaze. Stitch is getting picked off again. A little too far out from his team and his healer. That bottom fort is already gone, which is going to be a huge advantage going into this second protector here. Zildjian's going to have a little more they can do to prep up for the third objective now that there's not a fort or a well to worry about getting rid of. They're likely to push top lane hard or take out both the forts mid and top here. We'll see what they do if they get the protector. Ariel is in 2. Verdin leaps in. Greymane leaps in, and down she goes. Zildjian now with a 4 level lead, 13 to 9. DG's right behind on that level 10 though. Should be coming up any second now. There it is. Zildjian going with Healing Static for Muradin. Neil Steel Coating for Tychus. Virulent Reaction from the Stukov. Greymane hasn't picked it. And Hardened Bones from the Leo. Increasing that drain life, which is going to be so devastating to both Stitches and Blaze. We have high health pools there. Li Ming with Wave of Force. Genji with X Strike. Crystal Aegis this time from the Ariel. Putrid Bile from the Stitches. And Bunker, no surprise there, from Blaze. This will be a good time to drop it, but he's silenced by the Stukov before he can get it down. Aegis is going to buy him a few minutes, and Ariel's able to get him out. He's going to stun. He's going to try to walk out. There's the Bunker. And Zul'jin just gathers around, waiting for it to break. Down Blaze goes. At this point, ZG is going to drop Stukov to the objective and just push in this fort. Li Ming poking at Tychus from the back. Abdel in a little bit of dangerous territory there, but he's going to go ahead and play it safe. Move on back. As the objective finishes it up. Down comes the Protector. In hops Tychus. In hops Stukov. And this fort's going to go down pretty quick with the lack of health. Moving forward, Zul'jin looking strong so far. Still has a 3-level lead. And that's only going to get worse as this objective continues on. Another great entomb, 2 people trapped in it. Protector trying to help whittle them down, but Murden growing low, down to 300 health. Nail went down to barely any health. He's going to blow up as Stukov drops the silence on him. Genji doing what he can. There goes Leo. That's a kill that they needed. Greymane is weakened and dropped back. Blaze still chunking away at this Protector. Genji doing it as well. But Blaze finally going to fall. That Protector's tough to fight. So much damage from this objective. Abdel completely out of mana, looking to get back in Hearth. As Murden dives deep on the Genji. Stitches gets the hook.
Protector dominated. I must say, our engineers have made good progress.
There's a wall there. Murden having to hop out of it to get out. As his own teammate walled him in there. It was to zone out the Stitches, but it worked. Bottom keep looking rough as it's about to fall. Bottom lane pushing hard for ZG. And so far, DG has just not had an answer. Good hook. Leo's gonna go down before he can walk away. Genji looking to dive in deep. Ridley trying. Still about a 3-level lead here. 15 to 12. 16 kills to 3. And I wonder if maybe Stitches had taken Gorge. It's not as common to take. Maybe with that Gorge, if they could have snagged the Greymane or the Tychus, or even Stukov and brought him back away from the team, maybe they could have gotten a pick off there every now and then that they needed. 13 now online for DG. Glass cannon from Li Ming, despite the damage coming out from Zul'jin Distillery here. There's another Entomb on Blaze, and down he goes. Entomb plus the Stukov silence just doing so much control. Li Ming's gonna have the extra damage from the glass cannon. Shingen from Genji there. Blinding flash from the Ariel. Indigestion from the Stitches. And Field Link from Blaze. Gonna be spreading around that oil, getting more of that control down. 16 is on line 4. Zul'jin with Stoneform, Titan Grenade, Super Strain, Executioner, and Crushing Hope. They're invading. They invade successfully DG's siege camp here. DG's got to find some soak. They need to get a pick off. They need to find somebody who's a little loose. The Zul'jin's done a good job of not letting that happen. They've stayed as a tight formation, not anybody off on their own. Ridley in the back, looking to see if he can make something happen. Keep is low, and it might finally be going down. There's another Entomb. Silence is down. Bunker didn't go down in time. Blaze is down again. Stitches is Aegis. Low on the health, and down he goes. Down goes the well. Zul'jin may be looking to finish here.
Red team's core is under attack.
Tyke is getting low. Stukov gonna get the heal off. core shield is just dropping quickly.
Time.
Abdo trying to get a pick
Control
off
the
here.
domino.
May not be enough
Bring
even
in
if they
the
get it.
protector.
30%, 25%, shoved into the
Hidden
heat.
flame.
Tychus does go down to Genji, but that's it. That is GG. 14-minute Volskaya game here of 19 kills to 4. In favor of Zul'jin, as the game goes in favor of Zul'jin as well. An interesting game 2. Zul'jin kept up momentum from game 1, didn't relent, didn't let up, and they just took it to DG on this one. DG again, they had Li Ming for some good poke. They had a Genji to finish. I would have liked to see Stitches and Blaze maybe rotate in and out a little bit, take some turns dealing with that damage that was being dished out. And maybe have Ario ready to go with Aegis when that Entomb came up. She did get a few of them. Blaze needing to be ready to drop that bunker as soon as the Entomb came down before Stukov could get set up. Didn't quite happen. They had some good team fights. They poked a lot of damage in, but Genji was able to get deep enough in to finish them off. And fight-wise, everything just went in Zul'jin's favor. They had good control of the points. They had good control on the kills. That Leo Stukov combo just setting up the Greymane feast as Tychus poked down the 2 tanks to weaken them for him. As you can see, Greymane had a feast there at 7 kills, 40,000 damage from the Tychus, 53 from the Li Ming. Plenty of tanking done on both sides, plenty of XP soaked. And this one goes in favor of Zul'jin Distillery. After 2 games, they win 2-0 over DG Reborn. That's it from Division D East replay recap of Zul'jin Distillery versus DG Reborn. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check us out at NGS, Nexus Gaming Series, as well as follow up on the channel this Friday at around 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, where we'll have Meme Factory doubleheader going against 2 various teams that I forgot the name of. But I'll be hosting a doubleheader Friday night for NGS Division DE. Thanks again. Have a wonderful day.